Hey, what is going on? We are back and we are black in this bitch. Hey, you know I'm just moving and grooving. What is going on? We are back in black. A lot of shit going on. Shout out to all my niggas that's out there handling business. Shout out to all my finesses. Shout out to everybody that's like, God damn, it's hot than a motherfucker. It's hotter than July. Hey. Shout out to everybody that's handling business. Like I said, shout out to the finesses. You know, it's a lot of y'all out here just finessing. Everything is a finesse with them. Hey. Shout out to all these people that's, you know what I'm saying, still trying to be on the front line and work and handle business. I get it. I know what it is. Hey. Shout out to all you people that's really understanding what this shit is really about. While they talking about David Fauci and Bill Gates, they still killing niggas. Hey. Shout out to everybody that understands that they done been killing niggas for the last 450 years, but now the shit is being put on blast. I hope they go back and dig up every murder that's unjust by these race soldiers. Hey. Shout out to all you motherfuckers that ain't finessing, but gotta get up and go to the court plantation every day, so shout out to you. Hey. Hey, shout out to everybody that's on Amazon like, God damn, these books is high as fuck. Hey. Hey, shout out to all my people that's out there that's got Powernomics and got this special book right here that's near and dear to my heart. Hey. Black Labor White Wealth by Dr. Claude Anderson. That shit going for $500 on Amazon.com. But nigga, I got it. Been having it forever. It's my Bible. Hey. Hey. You know, I could just turn to any page of this book. It is very interesting. Hey. Shout out to everybody that's got Powernomics and Black Labor White Wealth. That should be your Bible. And when I mean the Bible, I don't mean just got the book. I mean you need to do these with it. Turn the pages, clown. Damn. Ah, damn. Don't just get the book and let it sit up and collect dust. Seems. Man. Shout out to everybody that's got those books. I got the Black History Reader as well. That's a great book to have. So shout out to everybody that's cash mobbing and going and grabbing these books. Because, man, Amazon.com is going for the high. Any black book, they charging an astronomical amount of money for a black book right now. Because I guess being black is in. Not just being black is in. Our history is in. Hey, Johnny, I see you. What's up? Hey. Hey, shout out to everybody that get their books on Amazon. I'm like, God damn. Man, I'm trying to buy a bunch of books, but shout out to everybody that's on there that's buying books. I appreciate all my brothers and sisters going out and getting that education. One of my siblings, she's reading They Came Before Columbus by Ivan Ben Sertima. Very, very good book. Hey. Man, shout out to everybody that understand that not just that Black Lives Matter, is that if you are a good police officer, come forward and throw all your other motherfuckers under the bus. Tell them. Hey. Because you always go to the hood wanting us to tell on each other. Well, why don't y'all start telling? Hey. Hey. Shout out to all the mammies, Sambos, and Coons and tell about the gun line boss. Yay. Hey, which book you reading? I'm still reading The Medici, man. It's a good book. Them white motherfuckers was treacherous. Hey. So I'm reading The Medici Banking System. Very, very good book about Europeans. Very, very good book. Trying to be well-rounded. Got to study from the cradle to the grave, as the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said that the Quran says. I didn't know the Quran says that, but I know the honorable Elijah Muhammad said it. And the honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said they came before Columbus. That's what I'm talking about. Hey. Hey. Go get these books. Hey, to all my people that's out there, man, having a book right now, shout out to you. It's like having some Pokemon cards. Hey, it's like having gold right now. I am drinking turmeric ginger tea with some raw honey. So if you want to know what I'm drinking, that's what I'm drinking. Just made some sea moss the other day. So when I'm on here tomorrow, I'm going to have me a sea moss shake. Yay. So shout out to everybody that's trying to finesse. Shout out to all motherfuckers that got to wear a mask even though they don't want to. Hey. Hey. Let me cut this down. Let's get into it. Hey. Man, it's very, very important that you go get these books and read them, man, because like I said, they've been killing for a minute. But today, man, it's more of a different subject, but more of the same. Justice for Elijah McClain. Now, this young black brother was walking, and they pulled him over for reasonable suspicion is what the law terminology is. We got to learn the law. I'm about to go on realnagas.com. That's where you can have all your law. I already got... Before my wallet, I lost my wallet. I had this Know Your Rights card, so I'm gonna just go get the book. He's got this book. It's called The Great Book of Melanin. It's like 200, but with 200, everything comes with it. Melanin, everything. So I'm gonna just have to go ahead and bite the bullet and get it, cause I need that book anyway. And it's got everything you need to know, not just the Melanin book, but about law and qualified immunity and all this other stuff. The man Ivan said he deputed Columbus's Day on July 7, 1987, because our native people are offended that they said they were discovered. That's a motherfucking fact. And yes, he did say that. See, I can't remember everything in that book. I don't want to spoil it for you, but the things that stood out to me the most about Dr. Ivan Van Sertima's book, They Came Before Columbus, is how Christopher Columbus, Cristobal Colon, if you really want to know, his real name is Cristobal Colon. Go get this book, The Secret Relationship Between Jews and Blacks. That's a great, it gives you his real name, what his name really was. So, me reading that book first, it kind of gave me in-depth about what Christopher Columbus was on, kind of like from a different perspective. But when I read the book, Sean, if you read it, you notice he lied to the Spanish crown because he was basically like their mercenary. You know what I'm saying? He was just going around conquering shit and doing fuckery shit. But he didn't tell them he was going, you know what I'm saying, to India. Ended up going to the Americas. And that's why he named them Indians. Because he thought he was going to India because he didn't know where to go. And the Moors had to navigate the waters for him because he didn't know how to sail. He didn't know how to navigate the waters. So that's where I believe the term niggas don't like to swim come from. Okay, you still read it? Okay, I don't want to, spoil it for you. You know what I mean? But as you read it, that's where a lot of these terms come from. Like, these little racist things like, niggas don't like to swim. No, we ruled the law of the sea. They made Admiralty maritime laws because of black people. And they just took that law and applied it to the law of the land. Because we built the boats. Once you get to reading They Came Before Columbus, you're going to see that we built the boats, the ships. Because we were trading with China a long time ago. We had the elephants. Yeah, I got a book down there about this general, I forgot his name. But it was a black general, not the count. But I got the book down there and how he would use elephants. And to defeat people, because nobody could tame the elephants, and he would use the elephants and run up on motherfuckers and smack the shit out of them. So we were building big ass ships and putting elephants on them and taking them to China and trading thousands and thousands of years ago, before Christopher Columbus and them. That's why, like, watch, when you read this book, y'all need to go get that book, They Came Before Columbus, by Dr. Ivan Van Sertima. He talks about how we cultivated the land and how we used tobacco to heal us before they started putting chemicals. And there were two ways you can use the tobacco. One to smoke it, and one you can use it to heal. If I'm not mistaken. I haven't read that book in like 2.5, 3 years. Yep. But that book is a very, very good book. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, we don't know our history. That's why these police officers, I was watching the video, and I'm going to play some audio from the video of Elijah McClain. And the thing about it is, I think we don't know how to keep our composure when they pull us over, because we don't know the law, we don't know what's going on, and we don't want to handle it in court. We want to get emotional. And we got to start teaching our people not to be so emotional. That's why I'm going to get this great book of Melanin and get all the law stuff that this website, realnagas.com, has to offer, because I got to start studying this shit, man. You know what I mean? Because, as Nearly Fuller Jr. says, we are prisoners of war. You people like to say, well, I don't want to be no victim. Nigga, you're a victim in the system of racism, white supremacy. You're a victim, nigga. This is an institution. It's a team sport. So they got a team of people. That's why police officers are able to go around and do the killing that they do, because of those type of situations. So you can't have this mentality like, why you pulling me over, officer? Such. No, you can question them and you can say, okay, no problem. Such. But if you're not spouting the law, they want you to get emotional, which I have noticed every video. They want you to get emotional and act the fool so they can hem you up and choke you out and kill you. The police officers are trained mercenaries for the dominant society, just like Christopher Columbus. That's why he came here and tried to claim a land nigga, you didn't discover no shit that was already here. These people, Moors were already here, clown. Black people were already here. Like I discussed it today with one of my Latino brothers. I said, look, because he was telling me how he was out somewhere and it was a bunch of Latinos speaking Spanish, and the brother said, damn, I thought this was America. And he said, well, why would he say that with all the shit going on? I said, because his people, along with my people, built this country. That's why. That's why. And everyone else that is here for unearned benefits. When you acknowledge that, then you'll understand where he's coming from. And he didn't know what to say. And I said, look, you can't go to another country and speak English. When in Rome, do as the Romans. You just don't like it because the dominant society has socialized every racial group that somehow, some way, y'all deserve this. He said, well, what benefits? I said, that you're here. You have a job that someone that's a native black rightfully deserves. You have wealth. You're able to come here and open up businesses that my people cannot open up. But they have trained you to think that because we're disaggregated and we're disorganized, they're ghetto. That's why they get. Stop it. If you know about redlining and gentrification, see, because most other racial groups are not educated. So when you start hitting them with facts, motherfucker want to walk away. They don't know what to say. And that's what you have to do. Don't get mad, get glad, and start using examples of what you read. I said, look, there's a great book called Black Labor by Wealth by Dr. Claude Anderson. You should read that book, and then you understand why a black person has the right to say, damn, I thought this was America. Because in this country, black people have to submit to the will of the dominant society. But every other racial group could have Mexico Town, Chinatown, a little Italy, Korea, little Vietnamese town, every other racial group has their own thing but us. And that's why people like Elijah McClain gets targeted for reasonable suspicion. I'm gonna play the video where the motherfucker just walked upon him, and then he's like, look, man, why y'all grab me? Oh, well, we got a call. I had that happen to me out here in Vegas. Oh, and let me tell you what the call was. The call was, there was a stolen Honda Accord. I had a Ford Contour at the time. Ford Contours don't look nothing like no goddamn Honda Accord. But they just want to pull me over just on GP. Pull me out of the car, but I didn't know my rights. And not even rights, I didn't know the law. See, we gotta start studying the law. Now, I'm not saying knowing the law ain't gonna get you hemmed up. Knowing the law ain't gonna get you put in jail. But once you know the law and you start putting liens on people's bonds and pulling their surety bond and knowing what the fuck is going on, they will leave you alone. Because they're gonna know, okay, that's an educated nigga. You don't see too many Nation of Islam brothers getting pulled over and getting hemmed up because most of them know the law. They know what's going on, and you have to know these things. And it's just sad because, and it's true, whether you know the law or not, it might just be your day where they gunning for you. Because you have to understand, the same people who wrote these laws are the same people that enslaved our people and had slaves. Stop just thinking that, well, once you know the law, nah, not necessarily. Because you can know the law, but that doesn't still mean that they ain't gonna try to kill you with brute force. It's just about keeping our composure. And the reason why I say that is because, even playing the video, listening to the video, I'm like, man, wow, I just think that we get so emotional because we know what they own. We want to argue back so fast. You have to treat police officers like you at the court plantation. Be emotionless and no problem. I've gotten pulled over several times. License versus cert, here you go. Did I tell you why I pulled it over? No, officer, you didn't. Okay, the reason why I pulled you over, no problem. But now, this is before I started, this is before it was the age of videotaping and all that. Now, you pull out your phone and have your phone. And the first thing is, I'm afraid for my life. Just go ahead and give me the ticket. Some of these officers need to just write a ticket and then just have the ticket ready for them. You know what I mean? But they want to take you through that emotional roller coaster so they can justify killing you with impunity. Because the laws are written to protect the race soldiers. They're not written to protect the citizen or the average, especially the average black person. I'm going to go ahead and play this. And I want y'all to really listen. And listen with an open mind, just to kind of get a understanding what I mean about how sometimes we can get emotional. But even if we do get emotional, that doesn't justify them killing somebody. I don't care how emotional you get. White people get emotional all the damn time. You don't see them shooting their asses. So stop it.
Is now examining the 2019 death of Elijah McClain, a 23-year-old black man who died in police custody. This renewed scrutiny comes after more than 2 million people signed a petition demanding an independent investigation. This is the body cam video, the police body cam video of the interaction that ultimately led to McClain's death. Watch this.
Stop. 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 I have a right to stop you because you're being suspicious.
Well, okay.
Turn around.
No,
Turn around.
Actually,
See, I don't know the law that much, but I know a little bit. And he said, why you stop me? I have a right to stop you for suspicion. Reasonable suspicion. Remember, that's some terms that I learned. Reasonable suspicion. That's the law. That's their policy, and that is the law. They can pull you over for reasonable suspicion. That's how it's open-ended. So if they have a reason to suspect you of committing a crime, they can pull you over. They can question you, but you gotta know the law and not just argue with them.
Turn around. Stop. Stop tensing up, dude. Stop tensing up, bro. Stop tensing up. Stop tensing up. Stop tensing up.
No, let go of me.
Stop tensing up.
No, I am an introvert.
And you notice he was like, let go of me. That's what they want, people. Folks, black folks, look, that's what they want. Even right now, they want you to act a fool so they can justify it. Oh, well, he was resisting arrest. So since he was resisting arrest, we had to do that. And then they'll get off scot-free. And now we marching, whining, and repeating again.
Please respect the boundaries that I am speaking.
Stop tensing up.
Stop.
Relax.
Stop. I'm going home.
Relax or I'm going.
See? I'm going home, and they want that emotion so bad.
Have to change this situation. Stop.
Leave me alone.
Stop.
Can you please
No,
cooperate?
can you leave me alone?
No, we're
First
gonna
off,
talk to
you guys started to arrest me, and I was stopping my music to listen. Now let go of me.
Let's get over to the grass.
Lay you down.
All right, that's hard to watch. Cena's own.
See? And you let go of me and all that. And that still does not give the police, those race soldiers, a right to kill someone. What I know to be true is they just didn't like the fact that he was resisting and he was questioning them. So it's basically like, nigga, I'm white and I say so. And fuck you, you're a nigger. I'm a white cop. And if you don't listen to me, then I'm going to hurt you. And that's exactly like they your daddy. These people are not here to protect and serve. They're there to protect and serve the dominant society and kill black people.
Jimenez with the latest on this story. Elmar, again, another story more than a year in the making.
That's right, John. This happened back on August 24th, 2019.
This happened almost a year ago. And we just now hearing about it. You know why we just now hearing about it? Because back then it wasn't a big deal. It just wasn't a big deal. You know why? We watching basketball, football, baseball, hockey. We don't give a fuck. Entertainment. I know how to look at entertainment and still be worried about my people. I know how to look at entertainment and still watch these anti-black racist motherfuckers killing us with impunity. You got to understand that. Have better judgment. Don't put y'all onto this entertainment and you just sitting up here watching niggas get killed every day and you so desensitized you don't care. Stop.
Some of those initial moments play out. This happened in Aurora, Colorado, outside of Denver, and police basically were responding for what they were told was a suspicious or a 911 call of suspicious behavior by someone in a ski mask. So you saw those initial moments of those officers making that approach in body camera. Then next thing you know, there's physical entanglement. They're grabbing Elijah McClain. Elijah McClain seems to be just confused about what's going on. You hear
he was confused, and you're right, Shawnee. Don't get cocky. Thank you. You took the words right. Man, we on the same on that one. I was thinking the same thing. Like, I think niggas want to know this shit and get arrogant. And I ain't gonna lie. When I got to about my fifth book, about 7 years ago, when I got to my fifth book, I thought I was the shit. You know, I'm spouting all these things that I learned from Black Larry White Wealth and Dr. Frances Wellesley. But then as I realized, I'm like, man, I don't know nothing. So I need to shut the fuck up. And then I started reeling it back in and not trying to weaponize the knowledge that I learned. So when you learn the law, don't try to weaponize it against, you're going to lose. You win in court when you know the law. when you can go up in front of a judge and you start spouting the laws and all that, then them motherfucking judges gonna be like, all right, well, this is an educated nigga. Dismissed, because they don't want to deal with no educated motherfucker. They rather deal with a dumb, ignorant motherfucker so they can say ignorance is no excuse of the law. So remember that. Don't get cocky.
At one point saying, I'm an introvert, please respect my boundaries, saying he's just going home. Well, then things escalated from there, and he eventually ended up in a chokehold by police where he briefly lost consciousness, according to the initial police report. Then when he regained it, they said the struggle continued. Later on, paramedics were called after that brief loss of consciousness, and according to the report, ketamine was administered, which was basically to sedate McClain. Well, he had a heart attack on the way to the ambulance and was declared dead 3 days later. Now,
man, and this is exactly what happens. If you would have just kept your composure, you know, maybe it wouldn't have escalated, but you know what? How are we to ask other black folk to keep their composure when even if your composure is kept, white folks still gonna try to find a way. They'll just move the goalposts and find a way to try to kill you or hurt you. That's what I think. Matter of fact, that's what I know. So stop it. At this point, nah, fuck that. What's the point of keeping your composure? Because that kid, he's 23 years. He didn't seem like no threat. It's two of y'all and one of him. Stop. Why didn't y'all tase him if he was acting that out of line? Why do y'all need to do all that? You know why? Because they don't have no bullshit police training. Man, they make these motherfuckers go through the motions, learn them policies and procedures, and then go out there with a gun and be a fucking vigilante.
all these 10 months later, we have seen more than 2 million people sign a petition to reopen and re-examine this investigation. And here's how the family attorney is reacting to that.
It shouldn't take millions of people signing a petition, and it shouldn't take international media attention for elected officials to do their jobs.
She right. She's definitely right. And let me tell you why they looking into this shit. Because all these murders and all this shit that's going on is all over the news. So since it's all over the news and you can't escape it, oh, well, we're going to look back into it. Stop. Stop. You know what you're doing. This has been going on. All my black folks, stop. We need to stop acting like, see? No, we need to be like, when a motherfucker come running up to you, showing you some video of a nigga getting killed, be like, that happened every day. This been happening for the last 400 years. And then they'll leave you the fuck alone. But don't go along with the bullshit with them. Now, if you're at the court plantation, you have a right to refuse talking about that because maybe it makes you uncomfortable. But if it's people you really know, and they white folk, I'm not saying they good white folk, but they white folks you've known, and they have their opinion, you have yours, and you can say, dude, this has been happening for 400 years. Just don't nobody pay attention to it because nobody cares. If you have that type of relationship with white folks, some white folks can take it, some white folks cannot take it. It's entirely up to you when you're at the court plantation. But remember this has been going on. So don't be placating with the dominant society being like, man, that's crazy. No, you should have a sense of anger in your like, that's been going on. Why does it take that? That's why I kept saying, so y'all want to send 15 FBI agents to go investigate a noose for Bubba, the damn NASCAR driver, but you won't send one FBI agent to investigate a police department with corruption and anti-black racism? Stop. Stop.
And the governor of Colorado, Jared Polis, released a statement saying public confidence in our law enforcement process is incredibly important now more than ever. A fair and objective process free from real or perceived bias for investigating officer-involved killings is critical. I'm hearing from many Coloradans who have expressed concerns with the investigation of Elijah McClain's death. As a result, I've instructed my legal counsel to examine what the state can do, and we are assessing next steps. Now, on top of the state investigation, the city of Aurora also says they plan to launch an independent investigation, and this is among the many cases that have now received new scrutiny in the wake of the deaths of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and others. Again, the fuel to many of the protests that we have seen nationwide for about a month now.
Stop it. And what tripped me out about motherfuckers try to act like the shit ain't like this is new. Stop. First of all, the police was created to catch slaves. Do y'all not know that? Most of my motherfuckers don't even know that shit. Motherfuckers be thinking that, oh no, nigga, why do you think they created police? They didn't create police for y'all. They created police to catch y'all. Stop. I just think a lot of times, this is just my honest opinion, I think a lot of times we, as human beings, we just feel like they'll feel our pain. No, they won't. These people sleep very well at night. They don't give a fuck about that shit. Now, the people in charge, they are using our religion like Ifa and voodoo and all them. Yeah, they are. Trying to channel from our black gods. Because they know we are the true gods amongst men, humans. They know that. And they know our religion has the real power. That's why they give you Cesare Borgia, and then they studying Ifa. And they studying voodoo and voodoo and Santeria and Yoruba and Orisha and all the other shit that I'm just now hearing about a couple years ago, while they giving you Cesare Borgia. Stop. They know what the fuck is going on. Look, man, read. Go sit down, get off of Instagram, get off of the other shit, and go read you one book. It's not hard. It's very easy. And the reason why it's very imperative that black folks start reading, because they rocking you to sleep. You know, first is the Black Lives Matter thing. Then we gonna paint the street Black Lives Matter. Man, what the fuck can that do for black folk? Why would we give a fuck about you painting the street Black Lives Matter? Y'all notice right now, oh, well, that's why you need to go vote to change. Man, please. And you notice ain't their candidate talked about doing shit to these goddamn police, these race soldiers. Ain't their candidate talked about no goddamn reparations of what is owed to us. That's why I told my Latino brother, I said, the reason why that black person said that is because we as black Americans can't go to another country, profit off that country, speaking our own dialect, and get away with it. That's just not what happens. I said, and when your ancestors have built this country, you have a right to say that. You may not like it, and you may feel like, why would they say that? Because black folks have a right to say that. Because of us, y'all are able to be here. Because if not, you would still be in whatever country your ancestors came from. I said, because when you do the lineage, our ancestors built this country. I said, last time I checked in every book that I've read, I have not heard of one single Latino picking cotton. Y'all might pick fruits now, but we picked the cotton that fueled the economy for white folks to do the things that they did. So stop. Motherfuckers want to get mad at a black person for saying one goddamn thing. I said, when y'all get together, all y'all do is talk shit about black folk for the most part. Make fun of us and make fun of our lingo. So stop. Stop. And he was very surprised. I said, what y'all need to start doing is reading. That's the problem. Y'all just go off one thing y'all hear a person say, and y'all be like, well, why would he say it? Because he can say it. Because he can. I said, and if I was there, I would have said the same thing. This is America, correct? I said, in America, we speak English. This is not Spain. First of all, Guatemala, y'all don't even know who y'all are. Y'all speak Spanish, but you guys are not from Spain. So you're not a Spaniard. So why is it you speak Spanish? I said, see, y'all so worried about what black folks have to say. See, we know our lineage. We know we built the country. Y'all have all these flags that y'all wave every 5 minutes, but though you act just like the dominant society at the corporate plantation, right? And you go chase the same toys that the dominant society owns. Cars, clothes, shoes, rents, correct? See, motherfucker don't like to get into it with me because I know how to break it down in simplistic form. I say he had every right to say that. Why wouldn't he say that? I agree. This is America. You might not like it, but it is. And in America, black folks built this country. I said, and if I, like this black man who said that, know that my people are getting shot and killed with impunity, let's not forget Officer Yanez is who shot and killed Philando Castile. Stop. So I'm just telling you what it looked like. And what it looked like to me is we ain't supposed to say nothing about the country we built and all the shit that go on in it. So he's because that's the way the dominant society has trained Latinos, Chinese. Don't be proud. Go watch Hoodlum with Lawrence Fishburne and Cicely Tyson and Tim Roth and all them. Tim Roth was he played Dutch Schultz, a Jew. And told Bub, the nigga that was working for him, don't be proud. Take the sandwiches fucking home. It ain't fucking nothing. That's how they treated us. So imagine that type of, in my opinion, socialization from generation to generation from other racial groups. That's why they get around us and start looking at us all crazy. Then when they see one nigga that's educated, they try to treat and separate you like you did from everybody else. And it's like, wait, hold on. But you know, my people built the country, right? Not just one nigga, my ancestors, his ancestors. We built this rock that you're on, that you're benefiting from. That's why when a motherfucker be like, well, what benefits? What benefits? Are you serious? I said, do you really want me to go there? Really? Motherfucker was like, but I don't understand. I said, benefits, you're here for unearned benefits. Everything that you're getting is off the backs of black labor, whether you want to admit it or not. And I don't care what anybody or white scholar says. I said, I have one book called Black Labor, White Wealth. And that's documented history of who are the economic engines behind the success of America Incorporated. So stop. See, what do you want, man? Because we can, man. Nah, see, I don't need to do all that. I'm going to give you the facts. Why wouldn't he? I would. I can't go to China and speak English and then get there and benefit off their culture and then get to talking shit about Chinese people. That's not how it works. So why do you think you can come here, whether you were born here or not? When we trace the lineage, your people did not build this country, but mine did. Sorry. So stop it. And I said, you know slavery didn't end to the 1920s, right? Motherfuckers think slavery ended 300 years ago. Nigga, you better go get slavery by another name. By Douglas Blackman. That book is on my bookshelf. Because I'm telling you right now, that's why when you look at people like Elijah McClain, people just be like, oh, well, he shouldn't have been doing it. You know what? Maybe he shouldn't have been emotional. But guess what? I feel like even if he wasn't emotional, they would have still done something to him. Or shot him or something. At this point, that's the way I'm feeling. Look at Walter Scott. Walter Scott ran. Instead of that man tasing him or just letting him run, you shoot him in the back that many times and try to plant a gun on him because you didn't understand that somebody was recording you the whole time. And all they gave was 25 years. They should have gave him the death penalty. You clearly don't like black people, and you clearly went out of your way to kill him, and then you tried to frame a dead man, and then when you got busted, stop. Just like Officer Yanez with Philando Castile, they need to open up that investigation again. Since they open up investigations, open up that one as well. Because why he hasn't been charged? He's fucking walking around. Just like there was a video that I seen on Twitter, how one of the cops that killed George Floyd that was complicit, he was walking around a Walmart like wasn't nothing going on, but somebody put the camera on his ass and was like, yeah, just let everybody know this is one of the cops that killed George Floyd and in the Walmart walking around. And she was like, you shouldn't be walking around because you killed somebody, but because they don't give a fuck. They don't care. Now, I'm not saying you should go around doing that, and I'm not saying that when another race or another racial group questions, I'm not saying you shouldn't defend it or give a response. If you don't know how to give a response without being emotional, then just don't do it, because all they gonna do is laugh at you. See, when I give a response and I'm not emotional, motherfucker walked away. And a lot of times, motherfucker, because they can't take it. Because they think because they friendly with you, and so you just supposed to agree when it comes to race. No, just because I want more for my own people, yeah. My people built this country, so they are deserving of more than what they have. I should be riding around and see tax buildings for Latinos and restaurants and motherfucking grocery stores for Latinos, and every time you turn on Dirty Dining, their asses is the repeated offender on Dirty Dining. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, but then if you go out here in Las Vegas, Nevada, what do we have? I've said it a million times. We don't have, what do we have? Scared scare people, shoot first, think later. Yep. Exactly. That's a fact. And that's why, I always often say this. I was listening to Brother Tony Muhammad on Nick's corner class today. And Brother Tony Muhammad, shout out to him. Boy, I got so much education listening to him. I listen to him all day because he was just breaking it down. He's like, wait, what? And that's what I like about him. He's like, I could be around anybody. And he's right. You got to admire the Jewish community. They teach their kids. They protect their kids. They use their money to protect their communities. And they put their money in places where it'll come back to them. But we got to start doing our own. But I like what Brother Tony Muhammad said. He said this. He said, when a man marries a woman and he's broke and then he becomes a billionaire, what happens when he wants to divorce that woman? That woman wants to get paid. And then Brother Tony Muhammad said, well, we want to get paid from America. We want to divorce from America and we need to get paid. That's a fact. That's one of the dopest analogies I've ever heard. That's real as fuck. Nigga, we want a divorce and we want our money. Stop acting like you don't got it because you pulled that shit out of your ass when it was time for the stimulus shit. So stop acting like you don't got the money. Oh, America has the money. America just fronting and faking and acting like they ain't got the money. Stop. I'm telling you right now, that brother, Elijah McClain, I felt like he couldn't win for losing. I feel like there was nothing he could have done. Well, I put you up for suspicion, basically reasonable suspicion. So to me, I felt like there was nothing he could do. I think they need to go back and investigate all these murders. Mike Brown, they need to go back and investigate Mike Brown's murder, Philando Castile's murder, Oscar Grant's murder, and be like, no, even if we gave you time, no, we might have to give you more time. Sorry, but there's so many laws that have been written to protect these race soldiers. That's why it is the way it is. And the question that I have to our white brothers and sisters and fight the power and no justice, no peace and Black Lives Matter, how much do we really matter? A fact that you are willing to lose family and friends over black equality and black reparations that we can be equal to you? Or enough Black Lives Matter just so we can get some Hansel and Gretel crumbs? Because a lot of times white people just want to fight just so you get some crumbs. They don't want you to be equal to them because a lot of black folk are covert racist and they practice anti-black racism at all costs. I've been around them. I've seen it. I understand what it is. And it doesn't bother me. I know how to do business with them. And that's fine. That's what you learn when you mature. To learn how to do business and conduct yourself. And once they see you can't be you can't be pushed off your square, that makes them look at things different. But we got to start taking our props and understanding who we are. But you got to start calling out the Sambos and the Coons. And let me tell you, at the Core Plantation, every time you get at the Core Plantation and you around your people, just watch how they act. Watch how they act. Watch what they stand up for. Watch what their principles are on the job. Because a lot of black folk that are in position of power, they end up being coonish. Or possessing that Sambo spirit, or that tell him about the gun line mentality. That Steven from Django. Who that nigga on that horse? Who that nigga on that nat? And you kind of almost are flabbergasted because you like, damn, is he serious? Or nah, man, he not. Yeah, he really is. Because to me, I think those are the people that need to be called out. Because when you go out of your way to treat your people fucked up, you have a problem. You shouldn't, I don't care who you date, who you fuck with, who your friends are, but when you go out of your way to treat your people fucked up, I have a problem. A real problem. Empowering yourself, empowering your people, supporting your black businesses, supporting what's going on. I'm glad Dr. Claude Anderson's book is priced out the game. He deserves it. Shit. You can't even get the book on Amazon. Out of stock. Both of them. Y'all want his books? Go to powernomics.com. I know that because that's where I got Powernomics from. if I'm not mistaken, either powerknowledge.com or amazon.com. Either way, I only paid like $15 for the book. Black Lady White World, I think I paid like $12 for that book. It was like $10.99, like $12. Now the book is like $300, $400. Good. Because now our knowledge is becoming popular. But you know what? The only way we can keep our knowledge flowing amongst our community, amongst our people, is if we continue to buy books. Read them. Like I said, nigga, what you mean the Medici about the Italians, all that? Nigga, that's how I found the mulatto, Alessandro de Medici, a brother who was a part of the banking industry back then. So that's why that's what I do like about Amazon. The algorithm, they'll start sending you stuff. That's how I ended up finding about Jeremiah Hamilton, the Prince of Darkness, or the Dark Prince, I think. The Dark Prince from Haiti, who came to the Americas and learned the game and was running game on Cornelius Vanderbilt and all the Vanderbilts and all the Rockefeller. He was running game in the antebellum period, to the point to where they burned down his house. And he married a white woman. I think he had like 8 kids. And then they showed up at her house, and she was like, I don't know where he is. But she was hiding him the whole time, and then he was able to escape. They was going to lynch his ass, because that nigga was running game. That nigga was a millionaire on Wall Street, running game on them white folks. And they did not like that shit either. And that's how he's supposed to be. And putting his other black friends on the game. And he had made friends with a lot of dominant society people that weren't on that racist shit. So, see, that's the way it is. You got to know how to use your relationships to benefit our people. You know what I mean? That's why I think it's really time for us to start calling out these police officers. And look, well, I'm a good police officer. Then call out the bad ones. Call them out. But we not afraid to lose our shit. And I get it. I get it. It's very difficult. You worked hard. You're like, man, I worked hard for this. I understand. I get it. But if you work in a place on a corporate plantation where other people are killing black folk, and you just sitting up here talking about, wow, you don't want to keep my job, then you have an internal issue that you need to handle. Because there is no reason why that should be happening over and over again, without you at least trying to, do anything to stop it. But I think a lot of the times we so worried about what the dominant society say because we want the pat on the head. We don't give a fuck about that. We don't care about our own people. We get in the office and close the door behind us. I see more of that happening than anything else. And don't get no nigga no position. That's why I'm like, while we fighting us and fighting each other, you got Elijah McClain, Sandra Bland, Eric Gardner, Philando Castile, Oscar Grant, Mike Brown, Alton Sterling, Walter Scott, Freddie Gray, George Floyd, David McAtee, Breonna Taylor, Rashard Brooks. Come on, man. All those people getting killed, and now we need to investigate. Stop. They just trying to do anything to quell the story. They want niggas to be rioting. They want niggas to go out there and go do some sucker shit and vote. Vote for what? It's not going to change shit. Go and look at the history. If it's going to change shit, then why haven't you looked at the history of what it has changed? And don't be bringing up no goddamn Obama. Fuck a Obama. Nigga ain't give a fuck. You mean Barry Soetoro? Stop. Who's in bed with BP Oil and Blue Cross Blue Shield? Stop. Who inherited $500,000 to go to school? Which I think some nigga just popped up out of thin air in Chicago and was like, oh, I'm a smart guy and I'm going to go to all these prestigious schools with no money and get student loans. Stop. Stop it. Let us not forget that these are our people getting killed, whether it was 10 years ago or right now. Dig up all that shit on these motherfuckers and call their asses to the floor. Man, I appreciate everybody listening, subscribing. Hey, man, like I said, I want people that really fuck with my channel to be here. If they don't really fuck with it, then keep it moving. And if you looking for me to be cloud chasing, that is not my thing. That's not what I do, and that's not how I get down. Fuck a cloud chase. I'm not into that. No, I don't know. That's what it's called. No, I don't know. I'm going to tell you my perspective on the shit that I've read, and you can give me your perspective on the shit you read. And if we disagree, we have to agree to disagree. Hey, I appreciate you, man. I'll be on, hey, and I'll say, Sean, you already know, man. Look, that's why I only want people that really fuck with my shit. If you don't really fuck with my shit, it's no diss. I don't take it as a diss. You know what I'm saying? It's therapy to me anyway. I just don't want people on here being agent provocateurs. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm glad. That's why I'm like, I don't want to. I told you that. You already know that. Hey, I want it to glow. I want to know who follow me. I want to know who's in the chat. I want to know what's going on. I want to know who's listening. I want to leave the comments. If you got a book, leave a comment about the book. Like Shauna, she always do that. Hey, man, I read that. Or Tasha, she always do that. Or Tommy, she always be like, hey, I read this book. You need to read this. I need that shit because no, I don't know, nigga. But I don't want motherfuckers on here cloud chasing. This ain't a club. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna get it popping. No, so and then a nigga get to doing buck dancing and shit. Nah, man. If that's what you think you get on this channel, exit stage left the fuck out of here, cause you're not getting that over here. And no, I'm not gonna be Conan and Sandbone. And no, I'm not gonna be telling y'all niggas to go vote. And no, Donald Trump ain't the boogeyman. Let me tell you what the boogeyman is. The dominant society. Him and Joe Biden. They are all one boogeyman. They all cut from the same cloth. So don't think, oh, well, I'm a Democrat. Right. That's what they got you thinking. That you so much more better than fucking Republicans. Stop. They're both racist motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about black folk. So why are we sitting up here voting for these people? For an oppressive system that has never put a candidate that really has our best interests at heart, because Obama didn't give a flying fuck about no niggas. Stop it. And I don't know why motherfuckers try to argue me down about that shit. I'm like, nigga, what did Obama do specifically for black folk? Oh, well, he the president for everybody. Okay, well, Donald Trump is the president for everybody. What is he doing for white folk? A whole lot. So stop it. But when it comes to us, we got to be the president for everybody. And then the niggas always bringing up, niggas is always bringing up Martin Luther King. You know what I said? Well, y'all killed him. So why you bringing him up to me? Then the motherfucker be like, oh, well, it wasn't me. I was like, well, but then who? It was the dominant society. Y'all want me to trust an FBI, but J. Edgar Hoover was the architect behind assassinating any black contrarian to the dominant society's belief system. So stop. So why are we sitting up here? They named a building after him. Stop. Thank you. Buy your local congressman or rent them. Let me tell you something. If I had some real bread, no, I wouldn't be on here telling y'all, but I'll definitely get a motherfucking group of people together, and I'm going to be like, look, I'm about to put this woo-ball together. Now, what are the demands that y'all want? Because I'm about to go meet with this congressman. So what y'all want? Oh, y'all want this? Okay, you. Well, look, we flying to the state capitol, and we'll meet with the congressman that over, and nigga, and this is the money that we put in your pack, and we want X, Y, and Z. And if not, we putting your ass on blast. And you're not getting no bread the next time. I bet you the motherfuckers start doing, I bet you they'll be checking the goddamn police department and be like, hey, look, the police don't be killing no niggas. They're one of our biggest donors. That's why you don't see Chinamen and Korean men at the goddamn polls. You see suck-ass white people and dumb-ass niggas. You don't see no fucking Chinamen at the goddamn polls. Man, they talk with their money. They don't got, what the fuck they look like at a poll? I'm gonna vote for Joe Biden. Nigga, they not vote for no Joe Biden. Stop it. But hey, man, I appreciate everybody listening, subscribing. I will be on here tomorrow, probably around 6 o'clock. And we're going to have another interesting topic to talk about. Let me know if y'all want me to talk about some other shit. Just hit me up on my email, nowayoutlv@gmail.com. And then I'll do some research on it and we can talk about it. Or you can just talk about it in the damn chat and we'll get right on it. I appreciate everybody listening, subscribing. If you're out there now with your mask on trying to fuck a bitch, and then that same bitch you trying to fuck talking about ain't no racism. Guilty, nigga. Shit. I'm out. Peace.
Starting another My last cigarette.